I'll tell you where they're at. They're in the cartels. The cartels are using them for hard labor and sex trade. And if you don't think so, let me just give you some statistics on child sexual abuse material, CSAM. CSAM is any photo or video depicting a child being raped or naked. So in 2014, we had 4 million reports of CSAM, 4 million, to the NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. 4 million reports of that. So that means people called and said, hey, this image, this, whatever, 4 million times. That's a lot. Last year was 32 million CSAM reports. 32 million. So don't tell me that these children are not being trafficked in this country. And we have become the biggest place for slavery, and we have been the biggest place for perverse things like child sexual abuse material.
Yeah, we're the number one. The United States of America is the number one consumer of child pornography in the world.
Yes. And the cartels are willing to meet that. And they make a lot of money off of it. And it's continual money. They sell these women over and over again. We had a woman that was coming across the border. We caught her, and she had a baggie full of pills. Which, by the way, 8 of 10 women are raped when they come across. But she had a baggie full of pills.
8 of 10 women are raped.
8 of 10 women, and 50% of gay and trans people are raped by the cartels when they come across. So she had a baggie full of pills, like 50 pills. And we said, what are these pills? And she said, well, when I was going to cross the border, I knew I'd be raped multiple times. These are morning after pills. You know, where do we get as a country to where we put politics in front of people? Because that's what's happening. Because politically, your side says we want open borders. We're allowing 8 of 10 women to be raped as they come into this country, or children to just disappear back into the hands of the cartels.
No matter where you're.
Hi everyone, my name is Georgette True and I'm the host of Real Talk with Miss G, and I have Miss Stacy with me, my lovely Stacy.
Hi, my lovely Miss G.
Stacy went running today. She went jogging today. And she looks so cute. She took a photo and, she posted it. And I'm like, look at my girl go. She called herself old lady. Yeah.
I started my day with running, and look, I'm more on my game. I got my hair done, makeup on.
But doesn't exercise make you feel like a whole new person?
Yeah, it really puts you more on your game. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it makes you confident. You feel good, happier. Yeah, it's true. But what did I comment on your post? I said, you're not old, honey. I'm old. I said, if I run a mile, I will be in the ER in a heartbeat.
Well, I will tell you, I'll send you another funny picture, okay? Because I did take a picture of myself when this happened. When I first started running, like right away, Charlie horses in both of my legs. And I was so discouraged. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I took a picture of myself. And if you hit the live button, it's like... So I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. I want to see it. It was hilarious, though.
You know what? Maybe I'll send it to Grace and she can show it, because in a way, we need to laugh on here sometimes. Like, we talk about some heavy stuff.
Yeah, we do. We really do. I forget how to be happy sometimes. You know what I mean? Because I always think of, even after the shows or after work, like last night, I was thinking about these couple of ladies that I was speaking with, and it's heartbreaking. And honestly, I usually go to bed crying.
Yeah, so I don't mind being the butt of the joke if it helps people to laugh.
Yes, that's okay. That means you're confident. I don't mind being a butt of a joke either, but I do mind when people lie, though. I can't. All right,
let's see if Grace can play it. Hold on a second. Yeah. Hold on.
I didn't even know how to tell people Happy 4th of July. What are you doing, Stacy?
I'm taking the picture. Hold on.
That sounds weird, dude.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Maybe I'll fix my
Mute
camera.
yourself first, because something is happening back there. Mute yourself, Miss Stacy. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, Stacy. Oi. Can you hear me, Stacy?
Hold on 1 second. Just put me on mute or something.
Honey, I said mute yourself.
Hold on. Is that better? Is it better? Is it better, Miss G? Can you hear me? Did you mute me?
I heard you.
Miss G? It's better, see? Did you get my picture?
I didn't get anything. Oh, now I did. Hold on.
Do you have an iPhone? You do, don't
Yeah.
you?
But it does not
Hit
give
the
me a live.
hit the top corner. Yeah, hit the top corner. I see it. It's live. Just top corner and hold it down.
Oh.
Top corner and hold it down. Keep doing it. No, go down more. Down more. But do what you're doing, but down more.
I did.
Oh, it didn't do its thing.
Just do it on
If you
your
can
phone.
figure it out.
Do it on your phone. You can put it in front of the camera.
No, my phone is the camera.
Oh,
My
Christ.
laptop's at the repair shop. Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
I gotta be like, woo.
I get it. Wait. I don't know how to do this. I suck.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
Here we go. I love the star. You're wearing the star. The American star flag.
Yeah, for the Independence Day, Miss G.
Yeah, I used to celebrate that, but I told you before I don't anymore.
I get
Otherwise,
it.
I would have had my
Miss G,
yes.
listen, I'm going to lecture you a minute. And it's good for everyone else to hear too, because there's a lot of sad people watching the show too, going through grief and torture, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they, if people take our kids, why just hand over everything else for free?
Say that again.
If people take our children, that's bad enough. Why are you going to throw in the rest and give them your happiness too?
I don't know, because I think I told you guys before that I take it personally. Even like when my mom was dying in the hospital with cancer, I used to go to the other rooms next to my mom, other women, and I would go pray with them and cry with them.
But I take it personally too, Miss
I
G.
take it personally. I do.
But I've dedicated so much of my life, so much of my time, much of it, as we've discussed, unappreciated, right?
I understand that, but there's certain types of people, though. All right, you help a great deal. I understand that, but I'm the type of person that if I see you with a broken arm and the bone is gashing out, I would feel the same pain like it's happening to me, and I would actually take on your pain. It's extremely hard to understand, but
Well, not really, but
I start
I
taking on your
can't
pain.
exist like that as a healthcare provider.
You're different because you have to be strong when you see pain.
My reaction to pain is to help, jump in and help, right?
Right,
Stay
yeah.
calm and jump in and help.
I mean, I get it, and I understand completely. Sarah just texted Grace. Hold on. Yes. Get her on, Grace, if she can come on. So there was a guest. She was going to come on, and now she just confirmed that she is going to come on. Hopefully, she can. But I wanted to play that video earlier because I shared it with Stacy last night, and I found that extremely hard to watch. That's the mother that I told you guys that I was crying before I went to bed last night with, is her daughter. She has two kids, a son and a daughter. The son is 12, the daughter is 15. The daughter was in custody of CPS. You guys are not going to believe this. The daughter was in custody of CPS, and CPS, the foster parent, reported to CPS that the child ran away at night. You know, she opened the door, walked out. 15-year-old. The social worker told the parents, I mean, the foster parents, do not call the police, because the dad was like, I'm going to call the police, you know, like texted her, I'm going to call the police, blah, blah. The social worker, all of a sudden, like, she's all up and awake, you know, she's ready to work. She's like, no, 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 don't call the police. Don't call the police. Just report it to us. We'll take care of it. So the foster dad was so concerned. He said, she's 15 years old. I can't just let her wander the streets. There's dangerous people out there. Like, he literally said that. And then he called the mother, the biological mother, and told her what's going on. Of course, she's freaking out. She calls me back and she's telling me what's going on. Anyways, the foster family had more concern of the children running away than the actual social workers. Okay. So the social worker called the foster dad back and told him, she said, why are you worried? She's not your child. She actually told him, why are you worried about this girl? She's not your child. And that's when he realized that the system is broken. And that's what he told the actual biological mother. And the biological mother put him on the phone, and I spoke to him as well. So he told me that it's sad that the social worker did not have any remorse. Like, there was no compassion in her whatsoever to help out, you know, get that child back. Then he told the social worker, he said, what if the child is trafficked? You know, what if somebody steals her, you know, kidnaps her, you know, rapes her, et cetera, et cetera. He told me she's attractive young lady, meaning she has, you know, like, she's mature for her age.
Can I interject, Miss G?
Yeah.
You mean, what if the child is trafficked, which is by design and intent?
That's exactly what he said too. He said he felt that the social worker wanted the child trafficked. I kid you not. That's what he said.
We aren't the number one in the world by accident, Miss G.
I know. This is, remember when I told you guys a while back that the cartels are part of this? Do you guys remember when I told you that that social workers date cartels? They're in relationships with cartel members? I said that years ago. And let me just say it, the two whistleblowers that I know from the Department of Children and Family Services, they literally told me this. They told me most of the social workers, they used to think some, but most of them are dating cartels.
Well, think about it, Miss G. Even if they got into their position single, who is going to seek them to date them?
Yeah, I know that. The cartels. But see, the cartels will target people who are dealing with children.
Yep.
But also, you have to be a dark soul to allow. I mean, you have to be literally bankrupt from yourself in order for you to work in that department. Because if you're going to stay in that department, that means you have no remorse. You literally don't care what happens to children.
Let's talk about something even more simple. Let's even talk about something more simple than sex trafficking. They're so bankrupt that they enjoy their position of power, that if they just don't like you and they want to retaliate, they'll take your kids from you.
Yeah.
That's so bankrupt.
But also, do you also know that at schools, social workers have children that also goes to schools, stuff like that, like their siblings or whatever? Do you know that they also target children from schools, depending on the age, depending on the maturity of the child?
And I was just having this debate online too, Miss G, because they want, if they have gender identity issues, then the school will secret, that's their policy, secret from the parents that they want to be called a different name at school. How wildly creepy is it to tell for adults to tell children it's okay to keep secrets from your parents?
That's what the social worker tells them, by the way. The social worker tells every kid in the system, you're not allowed to talk to your parents about anything that goes on. You're not allowed to reveal, like, if, for example, a child, a 12-year-old last year told the social worker, her social worker, that the foster brother, of the foster parents, he was 16 years old at the time, and he was touching her in her private part. And she felt uncomfortable, and she told her social worker, and her social worker told her, you better keep your mouth shut, or else you're going to be taken to another home. And if you want to keep moving from home to home, then I can report it. But if you're getting tired of it, like you keep telling me, then keep your mouth shut. That's exactly what the social worker told her. This is not fake. This is real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that literally, that mother told me when she was in a visitation with her daughter wrote it in a note, and she put it where in her sleeve, so that way she can give it to her mom discreetly. And she put it in the cup that after she was done drinking her juice, she put it in that cup like it was trash. So basically, she pointed at the note and showed it to her mom, and she went like this, don't throw it away, like read it. And she did. And she still has that note to this day. And the social workers didn't do anything. The court appointed attorneys didn't do anything. And the child's attorney didn't do anything. And it was unfounded. That's what they said, is unfounded. And the judge ruled to terminate her parental rights, and the judge said that she's a troublemaker to the mother because she showed concern about her daughter's note.
Speaking of corrupt attorneys for children, Miss G, an attorney in New York State has used my RICO lawsuit as a template, and he just filed one against New York State as well. And it has to do with attorneys for children. This case is quite similar to mine. The woman's ex-spouse is an attorney, influential attorney, far even more influential than my ex. And just like my ex, this guy used to do or does pro bono work for the Lawyers for Children group. And they failed to disclose that conflict of interest and pulled favors for the father, and the child is showing up with black and blue eyes, etc. And they took custody away from the loving mother. But there's another RICO suit in New York State following mine, and this time it was written by an attorney.
I read your RICO online, and I love it. I really, really love it.
Yeah, well, this attorney, he used mine as a template for his.
That means you did a great job.
Well, it also means a couple other things, because now he used mine as a template. Now he put some of his knowledge into it, and now we're working on a third RICO lawsuit for somebody else.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that. I love that. And I saw your interview on what was it called? Something.
Wake Up Patriots.
Wake Up Patriot. Yeah, Wake Up Patriot. She was interviewed, you guys. I shared the link. Yes, was it? I shared the link on Tuesday on my show. It's called Wake Up Patriot, and there was an attorney there, right? I think her name is.
She sounded like she was an attorney, but I don't know exactly what she does. I don't know if she was an attorney or if I think she was more in business and finance.
Oh, business and finance. Oh, that's what I was in.
Oh,
I was in finance.
you should link
Yeah.
up. Her name is Kristen Davis. How
Yeah,
funny is
Kristen
that?
Davis. I know, how weird, right? Kristen Davis. Is she-
You can't get away. You can't get away from the Davis
the last
family.
name Davis is everywhere. Davis this, Davis that. Yeah, I
Look, my face is all red.
I got so much suntan. My daughter said yesterday. My daughter goes, "Mom, you look like Donald Trump because my hair is like really yellow, right? And my face is so dark." And both of them looked at me and they're like, "Mom, you look like Donald Trump." I started laughing.
Miss G, did you have a comb over pompadour thing going on there?
Oh my god! I'm telling you, I can't show you what's underneath here. I literally, um, a friend of mine has a huge mansion. Okay, huge mansion, and he had like a pool party, and I went last weekend, and I started like just enjoying myself and what have you. But I also have a convertible car, so I put the top down, and in LA right now it's like 90 something degrees, right? I put the top down, and my face, my neck, my arms got so darker than before, that my kids only saw my teeth and my eyes and my bright hair. And they were like, "Mom, you look like Donald Trump." It's like I can't get over it. I could not get over it. But if I show you my hair out later, I'll show you what's going on, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll be like, "Yeah, you do look like Donald Trump." I'm gonna see it. Oh my god. I think I need to darken my hair a little bit so I can take that look away for a bit. Stacy, your your hair is not as bright as mine, not at all. So I don't know what's going on with Sarah. We're still waiting for her, but what's going on, Grace? Is she coming on, or what's happening here? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Sarah said she's going to be on, but she's not responding, and neither is Grace. Oh crap! It's okay. That's all right, everyone. But I wanted to tell you guys something, though. I know today is the 4th of July. I don't celebrate 4th of July anymore. I used to, but not anymore. But I know Stacy mentioned, don't let that take your happiness away from you. But I have no
Life with
respect.
Miss G.
But I have
Life.
no respect for our government, though. How can you celebrate?
There's a difference between having respect for the government and love for the country.
I have love for the country. I just have no respect for the government.
And the other thing is the 4th of July tends to be a family time. And you have
I
family.
know. That's why I have no respect to celebrate this. I literally don't like it because what about the family that's fighting for their children? What about when they see 4th of July fireworks? They're like, "What are we celebrating?" Really?
All right,
They have my
okay.
kids. That's
All right,
exactly
now,
what they say.
all
Come
right.
on.
Now the other thing, Miss G, we might be better off now than we ever thought we were, because all these things have been going on for a long time in our history. Child sex abuse isn't new.
But it got worse and it got increased. It increased. Did you not hear the video
I
earlier?
saw 32 million. But Miss G, people are talking about it now. It was always socially taboo before, right?
I never knew what child trafficking is. Growing up in America, I never knew what that was. I never knew what sex, what do you call it, rape was. I never understood any of it. I never heard of it. As a
See,
child in America, I never heard of it.
so you have to understand, Miss G, we might be better off now that people are starting to talk about it instead of it being secreted all the time. Now people are talking about it. It's not so taboo, socially taboo, to talk about the topic anymore. We might be getting better.
Are we? Are we really?
I am not going to ask if it can get worse.
Yes, it can get worse.
We're
If
number
we,
one. What are we going to be? Ultra number one in the world?
yeah, probably ultra number one in the world. Yeah. I'm being, maybe I'm being a little sarcastic here, little sarcasm. But if America really loves their people, right? If America honors people, they need to put a stop. They need to put a stop to it. I know that a lot of people are trying to put a stop to it, but I feel like the Democrats are paying more attention to freaking.
The Democrats are advocating for things that makes child sex trafficking worse.
Exactly.
Like I was just saying, oh, the schools are going to secret from the parents if the child wants to know their name. I can think of a gazillion ways that that's going to go wrong, and the child is going to be more vulnerable sexually than if the child just dealt with things in their family with their parents.
Exactly. Exactly. Now remember, what did I tell you? Like last week, I said, Stacey, I watched this video, and what the mother did to this child is unthinkable. I said, now I understand. There are some crazy women out there, crazy mothers and crazy fathers out there that don't deserve to have their children. I kid you not. However, what I have seen with CPS, they focus on the ones who did nothing. They focus on just false allegations to remove children, good children that don't want to be removed from the home. But the kids who want should be removed from the home, they get called for. CPS does not show up. CPS makes it unfound. For every child that's being abused that dies in the hands of the actual abuser, CPS ignores the calls. I'm just saying, oh my God. I don't know. Every holiday, I have a problem doing the show because I literally don't know what to say. How do you tell everyone Happy 4th of July? How do you celebrate 4th of July when other parents out there are dying without their
Well,
children? I don't know how to do that.
that's a good question, Miss G, because a lot of people are going through suffering, and it's not just the 4th of July, it's any holiday.
Any
So,
holiday. That's what I said.
and
Right.
and people don't know, and I've had my feelings hurt because it's been Mother's Day, and I'd be like, hey, you didn't reach out to me, and then the other person
Yeah.
will say, well, I didn't know what to say to you, so I just didn't say anything at all, and that was more hurtful than saying something and saying something wrong, you know. So what I learned is when it's a holiday and you're reaching out to someone is to say, I'm thinking of you today. I think that works best. So you're not saying happy 4th of July, and you're not ignoring the person, and you're acknowledging that it might be a hard time for them, and let them know you're thinking of them.
Right. It's hard, but it's hard when you don't. I don't know, when you don't have your children with you. What can anyone say? I wouldn't want to hear from anyone, to be honest with you. What? Somebody's gonna say Happy Mother's Day. What's so happy about it? What's so happy about it when you don't have your child? Your child is your extension. When you have children, they become your extension. So when you remove that extension from you, you're actually removing that. You're cutting the umbilical cord and literally kidnapping that connection.
Yeah,
That
I
is not
felt
easy for a mother. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not
I
easy at
felt
all.
yeah, I felt eviscerated, humiliated, like my purpose was taken from me. Um, much of who I am was taken from me. But I fought, and I have access. So a
Look,
lot of that isn't as raw as it used to be.
right.
And my kids are getting older, and there's ways that the suffering has affected us. But now they're like, hey, mom, it's great if you move to wherever we go to college.
But yeah, but again, yes, we can move to wherever they go to college, but it's not the same. You understand? Well, you do understand because a mother misses those times.
Well, I'm going to lecture you
Growing up,
again, Miss G.
growing up with a child.
I'm going to lecture you again. Okay?
I don't like to
Because
be lectured today.
I felt like I felt like they took my motherhood from me, right?
Yes.
However, the fault was my perspective on how I viewed what that meant to my motherhood. Because really, the fight that you're fighting, the fight that I'm fighting, is a much stronger call for motherhood. And it makes us a mother to all the other children we're impacting by our fighting.
That is true. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying how a mother
And-
feels when you kidnap her heart and soul. It's
Oh,
not
I
even
get it.
about motherhood. It's about her heart
I
and
get
soul, the child.
I get it because I was there and I was suffering too. But these are the realizations I came to, Miss G. And so our motherhood may not be what we envisioned, but we're ultra mothers.
True. I understand that. Sarah's not gonna go on, you guys. I'm so sorry. We don't know what's going on. Grace did everything she can to reach her, and she's not responding again. So I don't think she's gonna come on.
I kind of need to get going too, Miss G. You know
Yeah,
why?
me too. I really need to go too. But
Yeah.
I want you guys to know, just remain strong. And I'm so sorry that this holiday is today, 4th of July, and I know you don't feel like celebrating and everything like that, being away from your kids. But I do apologize, and I pray for each and every one of you guys. And try your best to think positive and to have hope.
I agree, Miss G. I always agree.
Not always, not always.
But I still love you.
I still love you too. That's what's important. Have a nice day today, and Stacy, and I will see you later. Okay.
You too, Miss G.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Love you. Bye
Love
bye.
you.